Brandon, what does that top says?
Why Martin Luther King Jr. was killed. Operation Breadbasket.
All right. They would not teach this in schools. Only thing you hear is, I have a dream that I want my black daughters and sons to go to a restaurant and eat hamburgers with white people. That was his goal, ain't it?
Yeah, for a while.
I want my beautiful sons and daughters, when they go for a job, the wonderful person will judge this person based on their experience and character, and not judge them on their skin color.
Okay.
That didn't get them killed.
No.
This stuff we about to talk about, this what got him killed.
But before you hit play, do you think him preaching what he was at the time, they were okay with it? They pushed his message because they liked the message, or how do you think they felt about that?
All right. The majority of Americans did not like Martin Luther King until the late 90s.
Okay.
You had senators, John McCain, voted against this holiday. Say this should not be a holiday. Martin Luther King was not like until the late 90s. Right now, it's a PR move to make everybody, let's watch history. We love this man. Man, they hated this man.
Right. It's more friendly to whitewash it a little bit and make it seem like they weren't so hard on MLK towards the end and got him killed. I'm going to go ahead and read what Timothy said just before you hit play. Martin Luther King was killed because he was organizing a march on Washington to demand for reparations. Remember, he said, we're coming to get our checks.
That is, you could say that, Mr. Taylor. When he went up there, he said they paid these people, but it's time to get our checks.
Yeah.
What did it get him killed? Operation Breadbasket. They could say, if they can't pay us money, let's do this in retaliation. And that's what we're going to talk about.
Go ahead.
Because it's different begging on your knees with your mouth open.
Right.
The opposition can say no. But when you say, I'm going to
forcefully. Yeah.
Well, not forcefully, but I'm going to make you feel something.
Yeah.
And then we're going to see what's happening.
That's right. Dr. King brought the project to Chicago from Atlanta, where it was working well, and he came to the Chicago Freedom Movement summer in 1966, and he brought the project of Operation Breadbasket to the pastors, to the Black church, because he saw it as an excellent way in which we could get jobs. And he had just been out to Watts in Los Angeles on day 3 of the rebellion in Watts, LA, in August of 65, and when Dr. King stood up to speak on the 3rd day after 30 people were already dead, he was shouted down. He was told, we don't want you, Dr. King. And someone else shouted, we want jobs. We get jobs. We don't bother nobody. And the concept of jobs as an answer to some of our problems even today, and the crime in our cities. Jobs is the answer. Dr. King knew that, and he brought a jobs project to Chicago where we could bring empowerment into the Black community through putting bread on the table, which is the whole point of Operation Breadbasket, putting bread on the table in the form of a steady job and build up the Black community. And that's what that project was all about. And we negotiated for jobs, and we had the power of the pulpit and the purse of the parishioner behind us.
And also, folks really don't understand when you think back, literally the number of African Americans who became multimillionaires as a result of the pressure that Operation Breadbasket put on various companies.
That's a little known story that Breadbasket helped to build Chicago and build a Black middle class in Chicago through the empowerment that we did. In 6 years, we moved, for example, Jewel Tea Company from 220 employees and Black employees to 997, from 3% to 14% African American in that period, actually in a 3-year period during the 6. And we made significant progress with the covenant, and that wasn't not just in jobs, but in putting products on the shelves. Baldwin Ice Cream, Joe Louis Milk, and Conway Soap Products, and RGB barbecue salt.
All right, Mr. Taylor, we're talking about Chicago here, and you on the line. I wonder, have you ever heard of Operation Brass Basket before, Mr. Taylor, if you're still there? But Brandon, here's a disclaimer.
Okay.
We do need helpers like this wonderful guy to help us to help us along. It's no problem with it. But I think for every 100 wonderful people, you got 2 or 3 of these people that exist.
Right.
All right. Operation Bread Basket. Brandon, can you read that?
Yeah, the primary objective was to promote the employment of Blacks by companies operating in Black communities and support the growth of Black-owned businesses.
Damn, bro, doesn't that sound like Dr. Claude Anderson?
It does. And it sounds like what we need. It sounds like the answer. And if we had that, we wouldn't be going through what we're going through today.
So they want to promote the employment of Blacks by companies that already operated in the community.
And that's the key.
Because you get paid when you live. You get paid when you live, you ain't gonna do no violence.
Right. And you got your money, you take it to the person over here who's your neighbor, but he owns a business over here. You give him money, he gives you goods, he takes his money, he buys something that you have, or it just circulates in your community. Correct. And that's what we're missing.
And if it had my way, marijuana be legalized. You buy that for, but you want to get, we're gonna get high.
Okay.
You could get your beer, you could get your liquor, and you could get weed, but you can't get nothing else, won't be tolerated. Mm-hmm. So you go to a Black business to get your beer, go to a Black business, get your liquor, go there to the June box, here's some music, eat fried chicken, dance a little bit, you don't need no guns. If y'all want to fight, don't fight in here, take it out back, no guns, y'all two squalling it out.
Right. And that's kind of how it used to be. Less, I guess, what I want to say, just meaningless violence. There's a lot of just pointless, meaningless violence nowadays, just because our community is, especially in Chicago. And like I say, Timothy, whenever he comes back, or if he does come back, he can speak to more of what's going on. And it's just, we don't have any structure. We're not supporting each other. We're in competition with each other. And that's not who we should be competing against. We should be working together, building together to try to, stack up against. We're not really in a race with other races, but we're at the bottom and we can feel it, and we're getting pushed out with some more of these immigrants coming over.
Now, Dr. Clark Anderson says we are in a race. That's what racism stands for. Okay. So you are in a race. You don't want to finish last, because the last person gets the boot. If you finish last, you get the boot.
Right.
So you in a race for resources. So these people,
and I think that's important. Like said, like people, we can't play around. How you in the bottom and you still playing around? We should be taking this more serious than anybody. We don't have time to be playing around, joking, talking about sexy red, twerking, doing all this other stuff. We're getting ready to be extinct, kind of, as far as political stuff, decisions. Like, we're just entertainers, basically. But then go ahead.
Well, they relax us with this YouTube, because once we get off, I'll go at least watch 30 minutes of YouTube before I go to bed. I'll go check out the scores,
Yeah.
I have my little wine. See, you get a fuse. I act like another cog in the system.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Timothy said, I heard of Martin Luther King was trying to organize Black workers in Chicago, Operation Basket. When Dr. King marched in Chicago, wonderful people in Marquette Park hit him with rocks because the mayor, Daley, was against barbecue watch. Yeah, man. We know what those Scottish, Irish, and Anglos people did in Chicago. We know what it is. Boycotting. Yeah. And see, here in Chicago, Chicago was like they had factories.
Yeah.
And in the late 1800s, they started these unions, and people don't know these unions was a agreement between the employer and the employee.
Okay.
And most of these wonderful people said, you only can hire us. if you hire a beautiful person, they only go work in the worst jobs.
Yeah.
Despite their skill level.
Yeah.
So
I think we kind of talked about that as far as the police, department, same kind of thing. They were hiring their own, like looking out for each other and some of those other, industries, and squeezed us out. You know what I'm saying? We were there, but we were blocked from certain areas.
And during the migration, when more beautiful folks was moving to Chicago, they had something called I think it just happened in Chicago, Red Summer.
Okay.
Red Summer with a whole bunch of race riots came around, and they was whooping up on black people because they wanted jobs too.
Okay, I got you.
Now, Operation Bass Heads says, do not support businesses that deny them job opportunities, career advancements, and basic courtesies. Brandon, is that a good statement?
Yeah, for sure. Because if you're not going to hire me, I'm not going to give you any money. So I can't just let what you're doing by blocking me keep you in business. If you're not going to hire me or people that look like me, no, you're not going to be in my neighborhood. We're not going to support you. You're not going to get my dollar.
Correct. And if you do hire me, you ain't going to treat me like Ford Motor Company only have me working in the foundry. Right. Put me on the line and give me an opportunity to be a supervisor if I deserve it.
Right.
Also, the bottom line, if I come in here, this is strong with people today. And I'm do this. You come in a place to spend your money, they can't say hello, how you doing, or smile. You just put your product on there, they just ring it up. Man,
not only that, have you noticed if it's a wonderful person in front of you, they'll get a whole different customer experience, and then when you get up there, they be acting like they don't even want to talk to you?
No, because I force my I look at the name.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, right.
So I really don't get that, Brady.
I do, and even like I say, I'll put my stuff up there. Like they'll be smiling and grinning, and they have a lot to say with the wonderful person. And then when I come up there, it's we're real short, and that it's just how people are. That's especially in the South. But go ahead.
No, before I got fired on my job, Brandon, I was in the window in my office working. I look across to the way to see my boss, him and the guy who was going to replace me. I knew he was going to be my replacement. That's why they brought me in early to train him up. They in there cracking. Right. I come in there 7 minutes later.
Right. And
I showed this man what to do.
Right.
And he couldn't even talk to the black guys because he was scared. He tell me to talk to him. All right, Brady. What's Mr. Taylor saying?
Timothy said black men from the 80s to early 2000s get the majority of home repair, electrician jobs, landscaping, etc. in the black community because the street gangs scared away. That's basically what you're saying. Scared away white wonderful workers, which help.
All right, did the street gangs attack the home repair and electrician jobs? And I'm almost gonna guarantee you now they still don't got them jobs.
Right.
Because I don't know about Chicago, but you in Chicago. Shoot, that's a big old city. Everybody want to come there. All those run down builders to put money in to build them up.
And not to mention, just imagine if you're a DoorDash person coming to certain neighborhoods or just a UPS truck or whatever. Like that's a lot to deal with sometimes. And that's what we do to our communities. We're supposed to be protecting our community, make it a safe place, but it's the opposite for some reason. And it's kind of glorified. We think that's good. We think it's good to terrorize the community and bring the property value down.
Yeah, that's just a bunch of loose dogs, those boys.
Right.
Usually man don't stop another man for making his livelihood for his family. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that don't even make sense.
No.
All right. To achieve this goal, activists of Operation Bad Spice adopted a strategy called selective. What's that word?
Patronage. Yeah.
Yes.
I ain't even. So what? Well, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
What's selective patronage? That's what you about to say?
Yes, exactly.
Don't buy where you don't work. That's a good slogan.
Mm-hmm.
If
and
we
it's
don't
simple.
work there, we ain't buying there.
Right. Now, we kind of need to make some shirts to say
that. Now, Brandon, I just said, let me get some hood jobs. Let me get some hood jobs. All right. Now, all these places are in the hood.
Okay, let me make sure. Okay.
Okay, what's the first one you got?
A Chinese restaurant, because it's a walk.
Okay, an Asian restaurant, Brandon. Are those in the hood?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, I don't know about you. And I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do they all serve the same food?
Exact same.
And do all of them got a number system? Because they can't.
Yep.
Let me get an A1.
Yes. If you look at a menu, it don't matter where you are in the United States, it's going to look the same.
So is that not a system?
That's a system. Does it work too? Yeah.
It works. All right. When you stand up with your lunch special, when they jipping you off now, because now they usually get you a free tea. Now the lunch special, the dinner special costs the same price. Only difference is that they give you a tea at lunch for free.
Correct.
All right, Brandon.
But do we go back? We go back, don't we?
You better you go back. Unfortunately, but they've been slacking off lately.
They have.
So, Brandon, when you go there, get your plate. You know, it's in columns.
Oh, the menu. Yeah. You get your menu. It's got 3 columns.
You got 3. You got 3 columns. Over this far side, that's the advertisements and that's the hors d'oeuvre. No, the side
appetizers. They got the appetizers.
Yeah. So you get here, okay.
Got the soups. Combination might be in the middle.
Yeah, combination might be in the middle. You know. So Brandon go there. Brandon said, "Okay, shit." The lady can't how to speak English. She said, "I ain't gonna say the name."
Right.
Let me get a B4. B4.
Right.
And when you look up, who's taking your money, Brandon?
It's an Asian lady. It's an Asian lady taking my money.
All right. If you look at the back, who's cooking the food?
It's the Asian people cooking food.
Okay. If it was an Asian person, who's cooking the food?
Mexican people. Okay. It's not us. It's not me and you.
So you never seen a black person in the back?
No, I haven't.
But if you do this, look around. Who's behind you?
And black people behind me.
So you saying black people are lined up with the piece of paper in the hand,
right?
To hand somebody some money.
You're right.
But when you look up, who's taking your money?
Somebody that's Asian.
Okay, because they don't trust nobody except for them taking that money. Then when you look at the back, one guy's wearing flip-flops. When you look at the back, who in the back?
Asians.
If you don't see Asians, who you see?
Mexicans.
All right. But when you turn around, who'd you see?
You see us. We lined up.
Is that a problem, Brandon?
Is it a problem?
Okay.
It is a problem because, okay, go ahead.
If you step outside, look up the street and down the street, who you see?
Us.
Oh, okay. So you got 600 square foot building, bringing in $4 million a year.
Right.
All right.
With the same, they get innovative with the stuff they serve on the menu, or is it the same stuff from 20 years ago?
It's the same. 3 sections on a piece of paper. You can fold up like this. Some of them. Right. Some of them go out.
Correct.
Why are none of us in there?
We're in there where? Cooking or working?
Cooking, making money. We serve. We see us. We feeding us.
Because they're looking out for themselves, and I'm not mad at them for doing that. The way they're structured, because they do they have a system? Yeah, they have a system. They stick to their system, and it works. And we're suckered in somehow. I don't know how we just are programmed that we need Chinese food. We need to get in there. We eat it. It's not good for us. It tastes good. It's got stuff in it that's not good for us. But
don't ain't taste good no more now.
Yeah, I haven't eaten that like that. I mean, and if I do, it's not like it was back in high school or something like that.
Hell no.
Just because my taste buds have changed. Like that's cool at a certain part of your life, but it's better Chinese food. Like I can go somewhere else, or I can make it at home. I think you posted a video where you cooked on your Blackstone. You cooked some fried rice.
Mm-hmm.
You think their fried rice was better than your fried rice?
No, my stuff real good.
Right, and I can tell too. And I'm about to buy a Blackstone just because of that video that you posted. But
buy a small one. Okay, Brandon, is this Martin Luther King plan Operation Blood Basket?
What we're doing now? No, I mean his
at the Asian restaurant. Are we following his strategy?
No, we're not.
Okay, they don't teach that on Martin Luther King birthday. Let's go to the next one. Who you got, Brandon? Where is this place at?
This is, I'm not gonna say it's a gas station. Well, we'll say it may be a bodega style, like because in Chicago, place like that, they don't have no Walmart on every corner. So this is the grocery store, basically.
Brandon, in South Carolina, they don't got one at every grocery store. You know they got these.
Okay, but we don't have to go to these though. But some people
don't have to go to them.
We can drive to a grocery store, but sometimes this is a grocery store for people. Like they have to buy bread in here. They have to buy.
Boy, Brandon lost his bread. I got to pull Brandon back to reality, Brandon.
Go ahead. Please do.
Columbia Mall.
Okay, go ahead. Please do.
China Garden. Where the grocery store at, Brandon?
I don't live there. You can go to Food Line. We want to go to Food Line.
That's 8 miles up the street.
Some people don't even have that. They'll have about 20 miles to the closest grocery store, and they ain't got no car.
Okay,
but go ahead. Okay,
I think Food Desert is more than 3 to 5 miles away.
Okay, fair enough.
Brandon said, I'm at Charter Garden at Columbia Mall. Ain't no grocery store near there unless you go up Decker. And that's a long
right, and it's a Food Line. Okay, fair enough.
But Brandon, ain't no food places.
No,
people don't eat no vegetables. Why they open up a grocery store? All right, we at the bodega. Now, this ain't a black one. The reason I took the wrong picture, I just seen this ain't a black bodega. Why is that, Brandon?
I don't know why. I mean, it's an Indian person or
all right, what else
working there, but it could. Let me see. I don't know.
Damn, Brandon, we got to pull Brandon Black. Marlboro sign is up. That poster say Newports.
Okay, fair enough.
That's a Marlboro. So
fair enough. Okay,
this is a low community in a wonderful neighborhood. This is not a black neighborhood, but it's all.
So if it was Newport, it was a Newport.
Yeah, but it's all the same.
Okay.
To see in the black neighborhood, they had Newports, or they have like Canadian what's the thing? The canal.
What you mean?
Over there on the west coast, it's like a deep river where the mountains go real down low.
Oh, Grand Canyon. You're not talking about.
They had like Grand Canyon cigarettes or something for like $2.
Oh, okay.
So they had the Newports, and they have some real cheap cigarettes. I don't know, never see a person buy, but people smoke.
But see, you have extensive cigarette knowledge and experience because you worked at CVS. I worked at Food Line a little bit. Like I got the experience of how people are very serious about their cigarettes, but I didn't get too deep in it, and I wasn't there that long. But it is a class system to cigarettes, and that's kind of where you're hinting at, right?
I only see one black person out of thousands I see in my life.
You said only no, so no black.
No, a Marlboro.
Yeah, Marlboro. Okay,
a Marlboro.
Right.
And your president right now is trying to ban menthol cigarettes. Try to get that passed by Congress. He said black people can't control themselves. We need to ban them completely.
So what kind of cigarettes was Obama smoking?
You know what kind he was. He had these sort of Newports, man. Cause they pull smooth. All right, yeah, shit. You think you gonna smoke? What else you gonna smoke? Something hard?
Like I say, I know a little bit about
smoke a cigarette, burning your mouth. Tastes like burnt mouth. See, Newport is smooth. It's smooth when you pull it.
Okay.
All right. If you go to the hood corner store, who's working inside?
This person right here, a brown person. I'll say a brown person.
And if they hire a black person, what they doing, Brandon?
Well, I'm not gonna say they could be. They're not really running a register. They're not a manager. Nothing like that. Yeah, they may be sweeping up or security.
Hell no. It's an ex or current druggie.
Okay, yeah.
Or an alcoholic.
Right, that's what I'm about to say.
He's see, nobody what you don't know, people didn't do this. Nobody want to go to the gas station and pull them bags up in the middle, because when they bust out, all that liquid is gonna go in your legs.
Right.
You ever done that, Brandon?
Yes.
For real. No, you had that grocery store.
Yeah.
But this is a gas station. You don't know what's in there. So you take that container out. Oh Lord, please don't let nobody put the Pampers and chew
tobacco.
Spit tobacco juice in there. And you go lift up them cheap ass bags, and that motherfucker bust open, hit you on your pants legs. See, people don't know about that. Yeah, right. I done that. I know what they're talking about.
Right. Yeah. Well, let me ask you this, because isn't it usually somebody sitting outside these gas stations, these stores? Are they on the payroll? Is these the type of people you talking about? I'm not gonna say like they on the payroll, but they get okay.
No, they get that $10 to $20.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They get some alcohol and they kind of looking out. They kind of doing little odd jobs,
doing the jobs they don't want to do.
Okay, right.
But keep in mind, at none of these places, I ain't never seen one of us working the cash register.
Not really. Not you, and you're not talking about like a chain, like a 7-Eleven or a QT. We're just talking about a place like this, like that's
a place like this.
Yeah. Owned and operated by a brown person. We'll just say that.
The gas will say a certain name, but the store will say a certain name.
Right.
You know,
I'm with you. I'm following.
With the big posters of the cigarettes on the windows and beer, you open the door, you see the beer on ice.
Right. And I know you have, but have you been to American Deli? Have you been to American Deli? Okay. They got some down south. It's kind of like, and they have pictures of the food, and the food is not that good, but a lot of black people go to it. And it's a chain restaurant, and it's usually ran by not us. I'll just say that. But we're the ones that's always in there. But go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Now, if you do go to the gas station, maybe a crunchy chicken. Now, there used to be some black people out there cooking that chicken. Right. People be up there getting that chicken and them potatoes.
I've seen those, but I haven't really been in them. I haven't bought anything from there.
Well, it's a difference. See, when you go there, you got the bad kind and the good kind. The good kind, they have a whole spread of chicken out there. People lined up. The bad
under
kind,
the heat lamps, right down to the heat lamp.
Yeah, but this is a big spread, like you at a buffet or something.
Okay.
But the cheap ones, they just got those small containers with the chicken. Ain't nobody lined up. You don't want that. You want to go with a big spread and make sure a black person fried the chicken in the back. That's when you know it's good.
That's men in the metaverse tip right there.
All right, Brandon, what's this one right here?
Beauty supply store.
All right. Now, Brandon, do they usually hire us? Sometimes they do.
No, but not really.
And not really.
In Colombia, they do have some that look like they're run by black people, but I haven't been inside, so I don't know whether that's just a front to make it look like it is. You know what I'm talking about on Two Notch?
Well, if you want to check if one of these stores I'm ran by black, go in there and look at the prices. Because beauty supplies, when they sell to other Asian descent people, they get a huge discount.
Okay.
When they sell to non-Asians, you pay a extremely high price.
Get taxed. Yeah, you get taxed. They tax us.
So why should we support businesses like that?
Because we've been doing it, and it's programmed into our DNA somehow. Some people are like that. Like, we'll just blindly go to the nail shop. We'll blindly go to the beauty salon. We'll blindly go to the Chinese restaurant, even though the food is average.
Now, Brandon, I've been combing the internet, and I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of beautiful women say they are opening up businesses.
Yeah.
They are making more and more money than black guys, and they can't find a suitable mate. But why I don't never see no businesses, hair businesses or nail shop businesses?
Yeah.
Why I don't never see these two businesses open up by us?
Because we do a lot of talking and we like to do a lot of posting, but to open up a business, to run it every day, that takes a lot of hard work. Like, you can't be playing around. I think sometimes we have big dreams, but we don't follow through. I think one of the things about you is you'll have an idea and you'll follow through. You had an idea for something that you sent me in the mail.
Did it come yet?
No, I think it come on Saturday.
I think it come on Saturday or something.
But like I say, a lot of people just talk. Like a lot of people say they'll do this and they'll do that, but they never follow through with it. When you wrote a book, did you think about this and just let it be a dream, or did you follow through? You follow through with what you plan to do, and you wrote a book, and it's something you can actually purchase. Check out our YouTube channel because the link will be down there. But a lot of people don't do that.
You're correct. And here's a tip for people. Actions are better than words. I know a lot of stuff I need to do, but I ain't put it in my words because I had to do it with my actions because I know I ain't gonna do it.
Is that how you set up? Is that how you set up? If you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't do too much talking.
You don't do too much talking. But the majority of people in our community, we love to talk. We do so much talking. We'll even talk even more, and we'll talk about something else. So we'll have an idea, and then we'll have another idea. Then we'll have another idea. We're not really going anywhere. We're just having a bunch of great ideas. I'm gonna go ahead and put a couple of comments that Timothy said up here. All other races economically are segregated. Black people can't function correctly economically unless we are forced to through segregation.
And Mr. Taylor, I agree. I'm almost don't damn. Let me at least talk about one of them, Brandon.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'll leave this one up and go ahead.
I kind of want Black people to get a lot more heat. I thought originally Donald Trump was gonna have us
go on our toes and ready to
go backwards, but it didn't.
Oh,
we need something. I hate to say, we need something bad to happen so we be forced to come together. You know, here's for example, get rid of Section 8. It's gonna hurt a lot of wonderful people more. Get rid of Section 8, and I guarantee you, somehow, them women learn how to act right around guys. They learn how to deal with them.
I think like too many crutches will have you where you don't want to walk on your own. I think sometimes through the hard times, like actually picking yourself up, being forced to pick yourself up, you'll become a better person. But if somebody's giving you money and they're like, just stay home, just don't do anything. Just, not saying have babies, but if you have babies, we'll finance you. You stay home, don't do anything. Don't have nobody in your house. Don't get married. Don't build with somebody. Just stay separate by yourself. I think sometimes I'm not saying that's the plan of the other races or what. I'm not saying that at all, but like it's an objectives going on that's crippling us that we need to just not be a part of. And like you say, Section 8 is it's a program that benefits everybody, right? It's not just like you say, it's more wonderful people on Section 8 than Black people. But
Section 8 food programs, it encourage single parent lifestyle. Yeah. And here's a tip. America wants single parent lifestyle for several reasons.
That's the movement right now.
Well, no, I ain't talking about America. I'm talking about America. The system wants it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The reason is if Brandon's kid go be a male, there's a good chance he will go in that system, and we'll have him making stuff for free and make sure he'll keep the police employed. He'll keep the lawyers employed. If it's a sister, our Black queens, we know for a fact, if you do the research, they are the most working individuals on this side of the hemisphere. So they work more than anybody.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad thing.
Okay. For a family,
they work themselves to the death, and they neglect their family.
Yeah.
Like the most employed person in America by demographic, not by percentages, is the Black woman. They work more than anybody. They work more than the white man, work more than a white woman, work more than Spanish man, work more than Spanish woman. They work more. They definitely work more than Black guys because we can't get a job because they don't hire.
Right.
So yeah, it's a system for y'all to stay single and doing your thing. That's why YouTube push these videos out of showing a Black male and Black female hating each other and always fighting.
Yeah.
They talk about, I can't go 50-50 with a man, but you'll pay 100% by yourself, and the government incentivizes you to not get a man.
Right. And then you're working all the time and you're not really enjoying life like you think, and time will pass you by and you'll have regrets and you wish you would have did something differently.
Maybe
not. But I lean towards maybe, like, I just, like you say, they're pushing single life, and it looks glamorous. You could travel, do all this stuff. You don't need a partner just to hold you down, because men just gonna cheat on you anyway, right? Why don't you just be by yourself, cook by yourself, take yourself on a date, and just do it that way. Go to work.
No.
Be a boss.
They don't take their stuff on dates, Brandon.
You're right.
Don't even try to. Sometimes they do, but
for the most part, no. For the most part, no. Have somebody else fund your date. Y'all go out. It may be meaningless, but it's fine. At least you're socializing and getting a good meal, and that's fine. And then next week, do it with a different person, and that's fine. That's the way to do it, because you don't want to get too close to somebody because they're just going to hurt you.
And I think a lot of women don't know about guys. In most guys' mind, we live in reality. Like, we live in the truth. In a lot of women's mind, sometimes they like to flirt with like a fairy tale or a fantasy.
Yeah.
Man died alone. If a man said, "Oh, Cameron Savage died alone," he died. This nigga knew he was died alone 20 years ago, and he already accepted that.
Yeah, I don't think he was sad or anything like that. I think they try to make him seem like he was sad and lonely. No,
how you gonna be sad with a big booty bitch on top of you and you having a heart attack?
Right. And it's just different pressures as far as men and women, as far as starting a family. Would you agree with that? Like, yes, men, we don't have no pressure. You do, but it's different, right?
But man died alone. We already went through that shit. We ain't be sad and shit.
Not
better
really.
Eat that over that can of tuna fish and watch some football. Shit. And watch this. If your penis still working, you ain't dying alone, because something gonna bust.
And that's what I'm saying. He was with somebody when he died. He clearly didn't die alone. But he was doing what he wanted to do, kind of.
I think some of the women, they can't realize, they can't step into reality. Like, for women, when they go to work, they could work in reality. But when it comes to their personal life, it'd be like a fantasy, like a Disney fantasy world.
And you know why? Because they have to be in a relationship. Like, on social media, you're nothing unless you're in a relationship, kind of. Like, whatever you post, it don't matter if you don't have a man. Like, you can show me where you work, all that's cool, but do you have a partner? Is he taking you somewhere? So nobody's treating you right? What's wrong with you? That's kind of what it is. So it kind of forces them to either, I don't need a man, or I just got to keep looking and hopefully somebody will claim it. So I'm not saying they're in a tough position, but we don't have those kind of pressures. Like, we don't succumb to those kind of pressures. Man, we just do whatever we want. If we want to look for somebody, we will. If we want to just mess around, we'll do that too. And people don't judge. People will judge, but it don't matter. Like, if somebody judge a man for that, who cares? That's a good thing. Like, that's funny with us. If you sleep with a lot of women, that's a good thing for the most part. It's not really, but
some may say,
are the majority of people going to shame you? Are you going to feel like maybe you shouldn't have slept? No. But with women, it's just different standards. And it's not like we're putting the standards on them solely. Like, men and women put these standards on women. They have to look a certain way. They have to act a certain way. They have to be in these relationships. They have to be able to post.
Hold on. Okay, what way they got to look? Go and say a BBL. Ain't no man saying that.
No, I'm not talking about just BBL, but they can't just be their natural selves online. Like, they have to have these. They have to feel like they have to have a filter or have to have makeup on. Not even talking about the BBL, because some women feel like that's the standard of beauty too. It's starting to get there. Like, your waist has to be a certain way. Your hips have to be a certain way. Not saying that, but they can't. Can they come online just regular? Brandon, can they take pictures regular?
They cannot. Brandon, your average Joe is not setting the beauty standards for women today.
No.
It's a system. It's marketing. It's a millionaires. It's a company that want to push products. You need lipstick. Women, buy this lipstick. You need this eyeliner. Women, buy. When's the last time you tried to sell some eyeliner, Brandon? Or regular guys on the streets?
You can't do it.
It's not us setting these standards. It's a whole system.
Yeah.
Like I watched a guy.
And is that stuff cheap? That stuff ain't cheap either.
It's not. I watched a guy named Diamond Dave. He did an episode. He tracks it. He said the goal is to get men to start liking AI models and be in a relation with AI people.
Yeah.
So that's kind of coming. They start putting these fake stuff on you. You got fake titties, then a fake booty, then fake lips, then a altered face. Next thing you know, it's gonna be Facebook or Metaverse with the glasses on, and you'll be jacking off to you be in a relationship with a fake woman because they slowly got you into it.
Right. Yeah. That is where we're heading, and a lot of people have relationships online. They have girlfriends online. They don't really meet. They're in different cities, but they're dating. Do you think a relationship? I mean, you can have a long distance relationship for sure, but it's a lot more online dating relationships now.
Because they can make money. I play a video game. I can't play the video game. They want me to buy something for $2. Want me to buy something for $1.
Right.
You can't use this over here. You got to buy this. You see what I'm saying? It's all they all want to do things like that on you.
Yeah. It's a game. It's I'm not gonna say it's a scam, but it is a scam. And we're kind of falling into it. And it's gonna progressively get worse as time moves on. But yeah, that AI, because
people start liking pictures of fake. Man, these IG models look awful. They look like the girl of Coming to Mars, the lady with the big ass hair on the movie. You remember that movie, Brandon?
On which one?
Mars Attack.
Oh yeah, with the giant. I think who was in it? Jack Nicholson was in there. Yeah.
Yeah, they look like women like that, and we liking it.
But if people are telling you that this is the look and this is what you should like, the majority, the masses is going to follow, and that's what they're going to like.
Isn't it? You see this?
Yes, yeah.
That's
and when did they come out in the 90s? They came out in the 90s, which is funny. Maybe 2000. I don't know, but
they put a picture like this on you. Oh, look at that! That's an IG model.
Kind of, which is funny.
And with the waist like this,
yeah.
Man, those ain't no hips.
That's not a real natural woman.
Those bumpers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We talked about this before.